Hit the button.
It's just a button.
In a world of smoking stories where the good times flow, there's a podcast rolling, putting on a show. The three amigos gathered, mic in hand, you see. The Cigar Loons are calling, wild and fancy free. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. From humble beginnings, just a thought, a spark. Now they're lighting up the airwaves, leaving their mark. They talk of life and laughter and the cigars they hold dear, dispelling all the worries, banishing all fear. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. Through debates and discussions, they always find a way to make you feel at home at the close of every day. With tales from their adventures and insights sharp and keen, the Cigar Loons are truly quite the listening scene. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. So light up your stogie, settle in and hear. The Cigar Loons are talking, bringing joy to your ear. Guys Grumpy and Matthew, a perfect smoky blend. Tune into the Loons until the very end.
Yo, yo, yo.
Oh, yo, ho, hey, hi, yo.
Fuck.
What's up?
Yo, ho, ho, and a bottle of rum.
No.
How's it going, everybody? Of course.
That's nasty.
It's Tuesday.
Is it?
It's...
Sometimes I get confused.
I think so. Grumping this whole... Yeah, I'm confused in this whole crazy world with
Yeah, no, I mean,
spaceships
you know.
going up to the moon and the crazy world of the news and the media. You don't know where the hell we are, do we? Is it a plane? Is it a bird? Or is it an aircraft? Who bloody
we
knows?
don't know.
Could be Superman for all we know.
I don't know, but it ain't no spaceship.
But welcome everybody, of course, to the Cigar Loons Podcast. I am Gaz, of course, at Rocky Cigar and Pipe Reviewer. I am joined by none other than my co-hosts.
Howdy.
We're joined by the 12-year-old kid, Matthew, at Vital and Proof. That looks like Peter Griffin. And we're joined, of course, by our resident preacher, Grumpy.
Howdy.
And welcome, my brothers, tonight. It's good to see you both. It is.
Just don't ask me about this. Just don't ask me. Don't ask me about none of the current event stuff. Just don't ask me about none of that.
Oh, we ain't getting into that. But anyway,
yeah,
of course.
You know.
What are you pair pulled out tonight, cigar-wise? Because as we know, I'm failing. I'm not smoking tonight, so I do apologise to everyone. But what are you guys smoking tonight, my bros? What have you pulled out the old humidor to smoke on Tuesday Night Podcast that we're doing?
Let me see.
So Matthew, what have you pulled out, my brother?
I've got Bolivar, Gofrida,
Oh, okay.
Oscuro.
Oh, fancy,
Nice.
fancy Dan.
What about you, Grumpo? What you
Oh, I
you
got
pulled out, my
this.
brother?
I got one of them there Fugazis, man.
Fugazi?
Compared, yeah, it's the Cigar of the Year series that they compare it to a big brand name.
Yep.
This one's supposed to be compare this one to a Padron 1964.
Oh,
Not sure
okay.
how I'm supposed to do that since I've never had one. That's the thing about these Fugazis. This whole thing, compare to this, compare to that, and I ain't only one cigar that I've smoked by the big brand name. Rest of them, I ain't got a clue if I'm comparing it to them or not. But it's like Matthew said.
Well, the thing is, though, Grump.
It's about that vibe.
The thing is, though,
they ain't trying
even with that, right? Who normal cigar smoker wise, right? Like you, me, and Matthew, has got the money to go out and pay all that on a Padron, all that on Opus X, on a Bahiki, if you can get a Bahiki in the States, which you can't.
Well,
it's compared to a Bohiki. Yes, okay, it's compared to a Bohiki. But seriously, come on. How the fucking hell do you expect us to do this? But I just want to say hi to everyone there on Instagram, hi to everyone on Rumble. And of course, we've got some new people watching us tonight.
Oops, man, we're done now.
Do we?
It'll be all right. We do. Hello, new people.
Hi to Sanj.
We love you, new people.
Hi to Sanj, of course, Sanjay Patel. So, hi to Sanj. Hi to, of course, the distinguished gentleman, Michael. So, I was with Michael last night and had a great chat with him on TikTok with Marcus. And we were talking about cigar aficionado and talking about cigar pricing.
Let's see here.
How long cigars can sit in a box outside a humidor for.
Here's
and we had a great little chat on that last night. So that was nice to chat about that last night. And break it up.
That's a good lighter for you.
What the?
Jesus. Got the old grill lighter out.
We do apologise for this show as we're looking unsophisticated. But yeah, of course, as we know, coming up now, as we in this April month, of course, we've got the biggest cigar event of the year, and that's going to be, of course, PCA on the 17th of April to the 20th, 2026. Oh yeah, we've got WrestleMania, but this is going to be, of course,
the
PCA.
No,
it is.
The fuck is that?
Of course, we've got the PCA. We've got the PCA, and going to be happening there in New Orleans, of course, 17th to the 20th, and a lot of exciting stuff is coming out. So tonight we're going to do some news. We're going to get into it, and we're going to be talking about what's going to be coming out, and if we're looking forward to it. So first on the list, coming out is going to be the new HVC 500, and it's going to be a Lancero. So this is, of course, the 500th anniversary line for HVC. It's going to be a Lancero. It's the first of its kind in the company's portfolio, intended to be an annual release in limited quantities. The 500th anniversary Lancero will be on preview at this month's PCA trade show and is expected to hit retailers for Father's Day USA. But of course, we know Father's Day timing over here in England is a bit different. So, of course, the brand owner created the 500th anniversary line in 2019, commemorating the 500th anniversary of the founding of Cuba. It was rolled at the company's Fábrica del Tabacos, HVC SA factory in Nicaragua, and is composed entirely of Nicaraguan tobaccos. So the wrapper is a Corojo 99, the binder is a Corojo 99, and the filler is going to be, it's going to be the binders, a Corojo 99, as well as a Carrillo 98, and the filly is Corojo 99 filly. So, looks a nice cigar. It's going to be topped off with a flag tail cap, and the Lancero measures 7.5 inches by 38 ring gauge, and there's a suggested retail price of $12.80 each. It's been produced for 2026, and it's limited to 500 boxes of 10. So, what do you reckon of that, guys? Lancero, 500th anniversary. The mix. What do you reckon?
I reckon if I could find it, I'd love to smoke it, but I'm gonna guess I'm not gonna find it, being that there's only 5,000 made.
Yeah, hola.
No problem, bro.
¿Qué pasó?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see it happening. But if I can get one, I will. I mean, $13 ain't bad.
I don't think it's bad for a Lancero, is it?
No,
And
it's a good Lancero.
It sounds like
It's a nice looking Lancero, and I like the box as well. It suits because you look at it and it's got like a little bit of London Artistech, a little bit of American Artistech on there. It really suits
I think
where they're
it's
trying
the
to
same
go.
box that they've been putting out. It's just
Yeah.
a matter of a new size this year.
Yeah, but that's of course HVC, and when I looked at it today, I was like, "Ooh, that's interesting me on that." So
Yeah, man.
I thought we'd mention it tonight. But of course, I just want to go and say a big thank you for last week's guest, of course, when we had Darren and we had Ben and we had Paul on from, of course,
Yeah, man.
the Foundry, and we were talking about cigars and stories. We were talking about men's mental health, the manosphere, and it leads into check out Grumpy tomorrow. He's done a show on the ghosts of 1974 to 2026, the manosphere. So Grumpy talks on Grumpy's Coffee Talk Show, and he's talking about what happened in 1974 when Grumpy was growing up and, of course, leaving that old high school, and then, of course, what it looks like now in 2026. Was it the same back then? Or was it different? Who knows? But go and check it out. And you can go and check that out on, of course, Grumpy's Coffee Talk Show on rumble.com.
Yeah.
And it's going to be live tomorrow. It's going to be live tomorrow at noon Central. So you can check that out. But yeah, so how are the cigars at the moment, guys? Before we get into some more cigar news, how are them cigars treating you?
This Fugazi's got a, I don't know what it's supposed to have, but it's a kind of an earthy tobacco-ness to it. I mean, and it's not bad at all. Not pinned anything down, strictly on it yet, though. But we're just getting started, so we'll float along here and see what happens.
Matthew?
So far, we got a little bit of a peppery kick. It is a Connecticut broadleaf with Ecuadorian Sumatra binder, Dominican Habano Seco, Nicaraguan Habano Viso, and Honduran Habano Seco as the filler. That's kind of a cool mix. I like that.
Just
cool, man. It tastes so good. So far, so good. I like that it's a 5-country blend. I think that's interesting. I always find that interesting. I do have the Toro, so it's a nice size for me. Nothing too big, nothing too small.
Okay.
So far, so good, man.
So up next on the cigar news tonight, if the picture loads, we're going to be talking, of course, about Altadis USA and Ciali Cigars. They aim to recreate the original St. Louis Ray. So, of course, if anyone knows, the St. Louis Ray was originally a Honduran cigar, and it was marketed in 1996. Whether you're nostalgic for the old cigars or curious as to what they tasted like, a recreation of the retro blend is coming back this month. Altadis USA and Christian Aurora of CLE Cigars have gone back to the archives and found the original blend for the first Honduran St. Louis Rey from 30 years ago. They're bringing it back, only they're using some more modern tobaccos to recreate a similar period piece of sorts called the St. Louis Rey Aurora 30th anniversary. The cigar will be displayed at the upcoming PCA trade show and ship shortly after. So, of course, as we know, PCA is going to be 17th to 20th, and this is going to ship after. The timeline for the Honduran St. Louis Way brand is listing. According to Altadis, Aurora created the blend 3 decades ago when he was still a young man in his 20s. At the time, he was working with his father, Julio, marketing the Baccarat and Alfontina brands in Honduras at the Tabacos Rancho Jamastrin factory for distribution by Max Rao Importers Inc. Rahu had owned the St. Louis trademark for the US market since 1980, and the cigars were launched in May of 1996. So how did St. Louis Rey end up with Altadis? Soon after the commercial launch, Rahu acquired by tobacco giant Tabacalera SA in 1997. 2 years later, Tabacalera merged with French distributor SEITA to form the mega company Altadis. Eventually, Altadis moved production of the St. Louis Rey to its Flora do Copen factory in Honduras, and Aurora still remains the project fondly. The St. Louis Rey has always been held a special place in my career, says Aurora. Returning to the collaboration 30 years later is incredibly meaningful. The cigar is about to honour the legacy of the original blend in creating something that today's smoker can truly appreciate. So, of course, they're going to be bringing it out, and the wrapper is going to be, of course, a Colombian Pinarino variety wrapper. The binder is going to be Honduran Corojo, and fillers are going to be a combination of Corojo and Pinarino. It comes in 4 sizes: a Rothschild, measuring 5 inches by 50 ring gauge, which is going to be an NSRP of 12, a Torpedo at a 6 by 52, NSRP 12.50, Toro 6 by 54, $13, and then a 6 by 60 Titan at $13.50. The cigars are packed in a 25-count cabinets and can individually be wrapped in tissue paper. When the brand first came to market in 1996, the retail price ranged them from $3 to $5.25. Of course, they're more expensive today, but these St. Louis Rey cigars are still a relative bargain, just as they were 30 years ago. And the new line is produced in Honduras at the CLE factory in Dani, of course, in Honduras. So, yeah, what do you reckon of a cigar re-emerging 30 years after, and they're trying to keep the blend the same but using different tobaccos? What do you reckon?
Well,
Well,
go ahead, Grant.
oh, I was just going to say that they certainly kept the inflationary price in line. I mean,
Yeah.
and then if I heard you correctly, the first thing they're coming in here doing is making some changes to whatever before they put it out. So, I mean, why? That's just, I mean,
What do you mean, why?
Why would you come in changing something if you've got the original? You've
They
got all
probably
the,
can't get the same tobacco as they had back then.
well, I mean, need to be more careful with the wording. old people like me get confused. I'll be looking for
It's
some
the
real.
same. It's the
Huh?
same. It's the same. It's the same blender. So
Yeah.
I imagine his taste, his palate has changed since then in 30 years. So maybe he's just
Hello,
updating it.
Tony.
You
How you
know,
doing, Tony? Good afternoon. Good evening. Not sure what time it is where you're at, but
I do respect Christian
yeah.
a lot.
Well, yeah.
I
I
like
mean,
his
not.
I
I
like
don't
his
have a
cigars a
problem with
lot.
it at all. I was just asking a crazy question. You know.
You make some fantastic cigars, Charlie. You do. And to be honest with you, it'd be
Yeah,
nice
they're
to
good
try
at what
that
they do.
cigar. But it would be even better to try and find, of course, the original from 30
One that's 30 years
ago.
old.
Yeah,
It would
and then
taste
try
completely
this
different
new one.
now. It would taste
Oh, yeah.
completely different though. With 30
Yeah, but
years of
still.
age on it, first off, it's gonna lose all of its punch if it had any to begin with. You know, it's gonna be smoothed out to basic paper.
It's going to be smooth, but 30 years if you kept it nice, kept it humidified, kept it looked after, you might lose a little bit of the nuances. You're not going to lose over that much if you keep him on for 70 plus years, brother. I smoked a 70-year-old cigar, and I was shocked. I was.
What was it?
So a 30. It was a Cuban.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like first off, like that's a cigar that everybody ages on purpose. This cigar. If you found one of these 30 years later, it's because somebody forgot about it in their humidor. I'm not saying anything bad about the blend, but it probably wasn't anybody's favorite cigar.
Yeah, but it'd still be interesting to try that and then, of course, try this new one. But of course, it's going to be available. It's going to be available at PCA to see, and of course, you'll be able to order.
My comment on it that I had there was that Rothschild size was awfully big for a Rothschild.
Yeah,
5 by
50. That's
or 5 by 50. That's huge. That's Robusto size.
Yeah, 5 by 50. It is Rothschild measuring 5 by 50 ring gauge.
Yeah, most Rothschilds are like 4 by like 42.
Oh yeah, they're not
4 by 48.
Yeah,
but I mean,
but that's
cool.
that. Of course, bit of news on the HVC as we mentioned, and of course with the new cigar by Altadis and of course Shirley. So up next, and I've been doing some digging. You know me, I'm always digging around,
get out of
trying to find out what's coming out, what's not coming out. And up next, and I've never tried this brand whatsoever. I love the band. I wish I could get him here. And I know Grumpy, I think you may have had one. Matthew, I'm not too sure if you've had this company's cigar. But up next, what we're going to be talking about is the Birdie. So if I'm saying Birdie, what cigar do you think I'm on about that's got a bird on it? Do you reckon it's the San Cristobal?
Oh, I've had plenty of those. Those are
because that's what we're on about.
Particular one.
Yeah. So we're on it.
Yeah.
No, this is the new one. So
remember that
set to debut
one.
the San Cristobal Golden Hour.
Oh, that's why, I guess.
Yeah, he's DA. He says, DA says, hello, sorry I'm late for the show. No, you're not late, bro. We're only 24 minutes in, so we'll give you a brief tonight.
We're still here, so you ain't late.
But yeah, of course, Ashton's are going to be bringing this out. And from what Ashton's say about the cigar, the golden hour is the time just after sunrise or right before the sunset. It's lights out, but it's a softer, gentler, redder light than you find during the rest of the day. Ideal for photos. The evening version of the golden hour is also particularly perfect to reward yourself with a cocktail or a cigar, or perhaps both. The newest smoke from Ashton Distributions Inc. is named The Time, the San Cristobal Golden Hour, meant to celebrate when day meets dusk. This new line is made in Nicaragua by the Garcia family of My Father Cigars, using a blend of Ecuadorian Habano wrappers, Nicaraguan fillers, and Nicaraguan binders. The filler tobaccos come from the Garcia families in Esteli, Jalapa, Condiga, and Namanji. 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 So Namanji. I think so you pronounce it. And the Golden Hour will be offered in 6 sizes, each packed in a 25-count box, with price ranging from $11.40 to $13 each. So you're going to have the Magno, measuring a 5.5 inches by 50 ring gauge, the Benito, which is a 6 by 52, the Angelico, which is a 7 by 49, Dorado, which is of course is a pyramid, that's going to be a 6 1/8 by 52, the Ocaso, which is a 6 by 50, and the Perfectio, which is a 6.5 by 64. The cigars are intended to be medium to full embodied, and shipping is expected to commence in early summer. So that is, of course, from Ashton, the new St. Cristobal. So what do you reckon on that one? DA says, St. Cristobal has some great cigars. Brother, I have never tried them. I'd love to.
I've had a few of them. I didn't really know much about them when I had them. I think they were pretty early on in my journey with cigars. It's actually kind of funny because I was thinking to myself recently that I had never had an Ashton cigar, but apparently I have. But yeah, man, the ones I've had, I can't remember. I think I had the one with like the blue on the wrapper, and then one other, and I've had a couple of each of those. Very good cigars, very well made. You know, just a very nice cigar. This one looks and sounds good. I'll definitely try to get at least one.
Looks worth the try.
It sounds nice indeed. It does. It sounds very nice. Go on, Grump.
And it doesn't sound like it's going to be a short run or anything, so it'll be easier to get.
Right.
What you think?
I'm just reading the comment.
Oh, I missed a comment.
So, Matthew, can I ask you a question? Now you can be honest. Did you start your beard on fire lighting a cigar? Is that why you shaved it, laugh out loud? I'm joking.
No, I shaved it because I got tired of it. I had it for about 3 years straight, and I just decided I needed to take a break from it. Time to start anew for a minute. And it'll be back come next winter, but
come on, Matthew.
I'm gonna keep it off this summer.
Tell the story. You've got a gig, and you've had to shave the beard off because you're going to be dressing up as Peter Griffin.
See, you're gonna keep saying that, and I'm gonna find my way over there and give you a Boston beating.
Oh, brother, bring it on, motherfucker, bring it on.
Here we go.
You gotta pull your ass out of a wheelchair to fight me. I ain't scared.
There we go.
Do you think I'm in a wheelchair full time?
You will be when I leave.
You walked into that one there, didn't you? I actually might say you rolled into that one.
It's all right. I got a big enough fucking whacking stick. Call me walking stick.
He flattened your tire on that one, so you're limping now.
We hope everyone else is all right tonight. As we sit here tonight on this podcast, and if you're smoking a cigar, what are you smoking tonight?
Yeah, talk to us.
So Grump,
we're lonely.
Let's go back to you, and let's go back to Matthew. on your cigars
Okay.
before we get into some more cigar news.
Mhm.
And
All
how
right.
them cigars treating you tonight, Burbs? How them cigars treating you?
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the what it's made up of because I didn't read nothing up on it. But it's supposed to be that compared to Padron 1964. Well,
Yep.
right now,
Feel fancy.
I'm coming up. Yeah, feel fancy. I'm coming up on about halfway, and like I said in the beginning, it's very earthy. I mean, it is. It's very, very earthy. But now, I mean, it's kind of like it's got a little pepperiness that wants to try to like knock on your tongue a little bit there.
Yeah.
But there's something else in there that it's a spiciness, but it's not a peppery kind of thing. It's kind of like it comes more out of the like maybe the bacon or the kitchen line somewhere or something. That kind of
Okay.
like a seasoning spice and not a pepper, I guess.
Interesting.
More of a season, but it's kind of it's a spicy little flavor and it's got, like I said, it's got the earthiness to it. Kind of keeps everything balanced out and it's actually a pretty good cigar.
So I don't know if you can see, of course, DA's comment.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see DA's comment with what he's smoking. So he's smoking the Argyle Dark Corojo. It's a cigar. It's a cigar that I've never heard of before. That's the first from me. And of course, don't know if you
I hadn't
saw
heard that one before.
BGLF's comment, and he says, "Gents, good to see thee again." So,
hey,
thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, bro.
You too. Appreciate you viewing. Tuning in
but
for
Matthew,
the crazy.
Of course. How's that Boulevard treating you? How's that Boulevard treating you?
It's treating me great, honestly.
It should.
Pepperiness has calmed down. I'm getting a little bit of an espresso note. A little bit of a drying out, so a little bit of leather. That could also be being enhanced by the barrel proof whiskey I'm drinking. So, take that with a grain of salt.
So BGLF, guys, if you don't know, it's Ben from last week. Hey, up, Ben, brother.
Oh,
hope you're well.
What's up, brother?
So it's Ben who joined us last week.
Thanks for coming and hanging out.
BGLFG. I'm like, who's that? And I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm like, is it Ben? Is it someone I know? But yeah, it's Ben. So help, brother.
I'm fighting him off. Don't mind me.
You have to overlook him, Matthew. Carry on, brother.
It sounds nice. There's with that Boulevard, the drying of the leather, bit of spiciness, and Grump. Even your cigar, my brother, them Fugazis. If I could pick them Fugazis up in the UK, I'd again buy them because I'd want to try them to see, like Matthew said, and like you said, Grump, how the cigars are done. It's not to be anything like the originals, but to give you similar tastes of the original.
Yeah.
So that interests me because I'd like to smoke that Padron with the original Padron. I'd like to go and smoke, like we said, the original Bee-Hike with the Bee-Hike. The Encore Black with the Encore Black Fugazi. I would.
Which Padron did it say it was? The 1964?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, 1964.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Your description is interesting compared to like what I'm reading about, like the 1964 flavor profile and stuff.
What you can read? Fucking hell, brother.
I can, believe it or not. I don't just allow people to read me stories. I can actually use my eyeballs for it. But like, you haven't named any of the notes that are called out here by Padron.
Oh well, okay.
But except maybe earthiness, which sometimes people can read as nuttiness. So like I get that if that's what you're catching there, but coffee, cocoa, cedar, I don't know if you're getting any of that.
It,
Um,
it's not real. It's not. This is not carrying a lot of that. No,
and
especially
then
the
it says
cedar
toasted
part.
hazelnuts, which is like a so specific
It's-
taste note. That's like
Yeah,
who the
Yeah.
fuck sold them that line? Somebody just ate a fucking handful of hazelnuts. Was man, this just tastes like hazelnuts. Crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That I don't taste
It
none
gets
of
me on a
that.
lot of reviews. Gets me on a lot of reviews when they say it tastes like hazelnuts.
Yeah.
It's got floral bouquet in it. Wow, are
I
you
like
eating flowers that
hazelnuts.
day?
I'd recognize that.
But floral bouquets, but fuck,
That floral bouquet.
So
You
what-
love that one, don't you?
brother, it winds me
Is
the
it?
fuck up because it's like, how do you know it's a floral bouquet? Were you eating
Ah.
posies or roses this day, or did you have a lily
Some
plant?
people eat
How the
roses,
fuck's
man.
it floral bouquet?
Did you smoke a pipe full of
Fucking jeez.
potpourri before you got a hold of that, or what? You know,
They might have smoked an acid first.
Glad you said that one.
Whoops.
I didn't say that. You did.
Oh, ouch. Well, up next, of course, Percentia. So
What
Percentia
about-
Cigars are coming out with a new band. And I'm a bit hit and miss with this, brothers, because you know me, I'm a big Percentia fan. So Percentia Cigars is changing its logo. This was once a simple P and is now a more elaborate design that incorporates a tobacco leaf. In addition to being one of the world's largest growers of premium tobaccos, Percentia also produces cigars in Nicaragua and Honduras. According to the company, the new logo is a better representation of Percentia's family mission and history. Since 1865, every generation of Percentia has inherited the same mandate: make it better, says Nesto Andreas Percentia, fifth generation member of the Percentia cigar family. This identity makes visible what has always been true, that great tobacco starts with great soil, and that is what we press down matters as much as what we make today. You'll notice the tobacco leaf is rendered by a hexagonal shape. The hexagon is also resonated with Percentia, as he often refers to it as the nature's perfect shape. It's even become a signature for the company. Percentia makes few very distinct cigars in six-sided hexagon pressed format, including the Alma de Celio, which, I'm not big for that one. The
The blue one.
Alma Fuente Sixto, yeah, I smoked it. It was all right, but Alma Fuente Sixto 2
Love that one.
and the Alma Fuente Colorado Calero Sixto 1. The new brand will be shown at the PCA trade show later this month and should be appearing on products this fall. So, I like it. I get it. They want to stick with tradition of the leaf. They want to stick with that hexagon because, as we know, them cigars is mentioned. Now, it's going to take some getting used to with that P disappearing. And when I walk into GQ and I say to Sam, right, I want Alma Fuente, and I can't see the original box with the P on, I'll be like, you got any percents here? So now I've got to look for that leaf. I get it. But to me, it's, yeah. What do you guys reckon on the whole new Percentia cigar logo?
I don't mind a rebrand occasionally. I don't understand. I mean, to be fair, I get it when you're a fan and you're not, you're not like excited about them changing the look, but it never seems to really bother me the way it does other people when they do a rebrand, unless it looks just absolutely stupid, like,
Yep.
well, like Jaguar.
Fucking,
You know,
fucking
hey,
dissing
tell me
Jaguar.
I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, Yeah, I do. I do like the original Jaguar on the car, and you can see
Yeah.
that new and way. It's just the face. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
So,
I will.
but yeah, I mean, other than that, it is what it is. I'm not super worried about it. There's still going to be good cigars. That's my
Oh yeah.
take.
Grump, what's your take?
It's just, it everybody knew them, of course, by that P.
Yep.
They're and for those that smoke that cigar, those who support that, love that place, that's all it took. That's all it ever took. And and of course, okay, so they want to freshen things up. Fine. I mean, I've just always been one of those. If it ain't broke, don't why you monkeying with it?
Yeah,
if it ain't
it's not.
broke.
It's not broke. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not broke. Don't fix.
keep your
Yeah.
paws off
So
of it.
Ben's. Yeah. So Ben's put a comment on. Started the day off with the CAO.
Eileen's dream.
And then and then just capped it off with a CAO Earth Nectar.
Huh.
Don't think it was cigars the marketing team was smoking.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but that Earth Nectar, I've never had that.
Never had either of those.
Well, actually, no, I
Yeah,
haven't.
I neither have.
No, I haven't had either one of those. So, yeah,
Makes me wonder if Ricky blended them. If they were one of Ricky's creations.
Yeah.
Was that far enough back for his days, or was that something one of them new guys come up with?
How long ago were those out?
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think I've ever even heard either of those names.
No.
And I'm a pretty big fan of CIO.
Yeah, I do. I like a lot of theirs. They have a lot of good ones.
I just kicked my fucking table. Knocked everything over.
Let's just have a look before we move into some more. So
Have a look.
the Earth Nectar was released. So basically, the Earth Nectar pays homage to the boundary of Tuscany. And in this smooth smoke, a mixture of toasted almonds, cocoa, honey, raisins is influenced with the finest chieta to lend a sweet, satisfying flavor to the fine Dominican fill. It's finished with a Cameroonian wrapper. The CAO Earth Nectar is well balanced cigar and layers complexed. So that's what it says, and that's a CAO flavors cigar.
That's Eileen's dream is the same thing. It's a flavor as well, and they actually make a pipe tobacco.
All right, okay.
Well,
that's interesting. That's interesting. But as long as you've enjoyed them, Ben, that's the thing. Bro.
Yeah.
I didn't diss on infused cigars. As long as you've enjoyed them, that's the main thing. It is.
I've actually been tempted to try some of the CAO ones because I haven't had any yet.
You picked it up in Dominican last year, so you picked it up in Dominican.
Okay.
Eileen's dream not great, but the Earth Nectar is superb. Okay, Ben.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
That's interesting.
Heard.
It is. But
I
something? I've got to admit,
I
I absolutely love CEO. I do love CEO.
Yeah, that's a lot of good cigars.
I've become a big fan of this next company that we're going to be talking about. And they've also been a guest on the podcast. And we had a great time when Brian came on. And we're going to be talking now about Cavalier Geneva. So, of course, Cavalier Geneva are bringing out 2 new cigars for their 10 years of Cavalier Geneva. And there's the cigars. Of course, the nice, normal golden diamond in the cigars. And I tell you one thing. If no one has ever smoked a Cavalier Geneva with that gold on it, smoke it and just watch that gold stick to the ash. It's incredible. But yeah, so these cigars are going to be coming out in Swiss cigar maker, Cavalier Geneva. is celebrating 10 years in the industry with 2 commemorative cigars called Project 10th Anniversary. Both are Toros measuring 6.5 inches, be 52 ring gauge, but they come in 2 wrappers. The cigars will be previewed at the PCA trade show in New Orleans and expected to ship May or June. The 2 wrappers used for Project 10's anniversary are the same leaf, Honduran Habano, grown in the Jamastrine Valley in both Calero and Oscuro, and are both artifixed with the company's signature diamond-shaped piece of gold leaf. Inside is a Nicaraguan Habano binder with jalapa with 8 different tobacco types in the filler. So you're going to get 8 different tobacco types in the filler, making for a total of 10 tobacco variants in the entire cigar. The fillers, which come from different seed type regions, are primings of Habano Seco, Copen, Habano Seca, Jamastrine, Nicaraguan Viso, Estali, Honduran Broadleaf Viso, Paraguay Ligero, Honduran Ligero Jamastrine, Nicaraguan Ligero Jalapa, and India Ligero. Prices are still undetermined, but will be announced at the show. The cigars are rolled at the company's Fabrica Centro Americana del Tabaco, S.A. and Dalini, Honduras. They ship in boxes of 14, containing 7 of each version. Though production numbers have still not been disclosed, the company has stated the cigars will be rolled throughout the year until December, and then will be discontinued. I really feel this is what the American dream is like, says founder Sebastian. And of course, business means a lot of up and downs. It most definitely takes a heavy toll. Changes are part of the everyday routine, and of course, fantastic moments are a huge part of it too. We are deeply grateful to all our retailers in the US and international partners for the trust and allowing us to continue living this unique adventure. I hope he comes to the UK. If it comes to the UK, it's a rare box. I'll pick one up. Because as you know, I've enjoyed, of course, their cigars. I've smoked a whole of them. I enjoyed the green jacket, of course, for golf, as we know, the Masters. I absolutely enjoyed that one. A great cigar. And I've enjoyed a lot of their cigars since I was introduced to them. And they were a great guest when we had them on the podcast, so I definitely will be checking out that cigar and trying it with, of course, 10 different varieties of tobacco. Grump, go with you on this one.
Huh?
I'll go with you on this one with the 10 different tobaccos, my brother.
Yeah, man, that's going to be like a buffet of some sort. I mean,
oh yeah,
yeah, that is that's very interesting. And like I said, when we know they produce a good product, that's the thing. It's just getting our hands on one, and just seeing what were they able to do, with 10 different blends of tobacco. What did they? That's what I want to know. How did it come out?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
If you think about it, like, I don't know if you guys did this when you were kids or anything, but you go over to the soda machine at the restaurant and you hit up every single flavor, see what that tastes like, and it usually tasted like shit.
Yeah.
So it's like if you can take 10 different tobaccos, put them together into one product that actually tastes good, it's gonna be quite the accomplishment. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Brother, I used to do that, right, with different alcohol, and the cold refresher sweets over here, and we used to eat them by the shitloads as kids.
We call
trying to make a drink with them. Oh fucking hell! Oh yeah.
with 10 different alcohols. We call that a Long Island iced tea.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
me, that was
That's
potent.
what that is.
That fucker was. It was
It's
potent.
just like eight to 10 different liquors and a splash of Coke.
Guys, is the golden hour likely to easily be attained on our shores? No, brother. It's not going to be easily attained on our shores because Ashton don't supply to the UK. They used to supply to the UK with their own limited run of Ashton cigars, which I smoked a couple of the original Ashtons, and I've smoked some that were sent over to me from America. But if you're looking for the golden hour, of course, San Cristobal, it's definitely going to be of an American hit. But, Ben, as you know, our friend Daz is going to be going over, and I've got cigars sitting at Matthew's. I might buy a 5-pack, and I'll get some sent over. And then when I next see the cigars and stories, I'll bring one over because I'm sure I can get some and get them sent to Matthew, and I can sort something out on that one.
I'm running kind of low right now. Your box of cigars is looking awfully tempting lately.
Motherfucker, you touched that, and I'm chopping your fucking hands off.
And when you get those over there, how are you planning to keep your paws off of them long enough to get that gentleman a cigar? Because we know how we know how you are.
Well, that gentleman does seek as
I'm sitting tonight without a cigar. I'm sitting without a cigar tonight.
And
why are you sitting tonight without a cigar?
Exactly.
Is it because you could not smoke one?
I haven't got none, and also I've got a chest infection. That's really killing me. And I am snotting fucking Strex fucking boogies out of me. They're that fucking bright plastic green. Yeah.
That's
it's
awesome.
horrid.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Really? It ain't like I really wanted to know that.
It seems to be when we start here in England with the nice warmer months coming, I develop a fucking cold. And it does the shit out of me. It does.
Oh, yeah.
So, Ben's
I mean, every time.
Sounds good, brother. Might even turn up on Grumpy's porch myself for a golden hour sunset.
I'm sure you'd be welcome, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll find a chair.
Grumpy will welcome with open arms.
I'll even make sure it's a good chair that don't fall through. I'll find you a chair.
Speaking of that, Grump, I'm probably not going to end up in Florida now in October, just so you know.
Oh, well, okay then.
You have to tell us about that after the show.
You know.
I will.
I'll just like.
Plans have changed.
Well, okay. I understand.
I hate that when
life happens. Yeah, life happens.
I tell you.
I just hate it when it changes and nobody tells me.
Yeah.
It means I'm not going to be able to slap his face.
Yeah. Well, I know. I can't walk up and pull his beard.
Well, maybe by the time I have it back, we'll see it.
But yeah, so up next we've got, of course, one little bit more cigar news, and then of course I'm going to get and ask Grumpy and Matthew what's going on with the cigars that they're smoking. So this is another guest, of course, that's been on the podcast that we've spoken to, and we enjoyed having Terence Riley. Anyone knows who Terence Riley is? Aganorsa Leaf. So Aganorsa Leaf are going to be introducing a trio of cigars coming from Aganorsa. So a little bit more about the trio of cigars from Aganorsa. So 3 new smokes from Nicaragua Cigar Company and tobacco grower Aganorsa Leaf will be on display at the PCA trade show next month. 2 releases are additions to the company's limited edition Supreme Leaf line, as shown in the picture. The other is a new size for the core Anniversario Connecticut brand, which is being packaged in a metal tube for travel. Supreme Leaf is a series of limited edition releases annually in different sizes, and they are produced at the Aganorsa Leaf factory in Nicaragua. and consist entirely of tobacco grown on Agnosa farms, in Nicaragua, including the Corojo 99 wrapper. Since Supreme Leaf's debut in 2019, a total of 10 sizes have been released and available in the US market. This year, Agnosa is releasing the Inte Robusto, which is going to be a 5 1/4 by 54 ring gauge, and it's going to be a price of $11.99 MSRP. And then they're going to be doing a 6 by 50 Euro Toro, which is going to be $12.99 MSRP. They say they have seen these cigars overseas, and as they were first made for the international market in 2024. Then, of course, it's going to be only 1,000 10-count boxes of each cigar is going to be produced, though the sizes will remain in regular production internationally. Okay, so Agnosa will also be adding a new size called Tubo to its anniversary Connecticut brand, bringing the line up to 3 cigars. It's a 6 by 52 ring gauge. It's the only cigar size in the line to come in an aluminium tube. Anniversary's blend consists of Nicaraguan tobaccos, with the exception of the Ecuadorian Connecticut cover leaf, retailing at $19.99 each. These tubos will come in a box of 10, and all cigars are expected to ship directly after the trade show next month. So Agnosa Leaf. 3 new cigars. I've had the Supreme Leaf, and you know something? I've enjoyed the Supreme Leafs that I've had. They've wowed me. They have. They've really wowed me.
Is it really 3 new cigars, or is it just 3 new sizes?
True. I get what you're saying. I do. I get what you're saying.
Don't get me wrong. I appreciate it. But
Grump, what about you, my brother, on that one? Do you reckon the same?
Yeah. I mean, and like I said, that's a nice looking cigar. I would be very interested in getting a hold of that. And it seems to be a reasonable price range. Of course, it would be out of my daily smoker range, but still, I mean, it'd be very tolerable, to have when you wanted a nicer cigar sitting around. Yeah. But yeah, I'd like to get a hold of some of those. I was
so of course
I was
that's
right up there.
Well, what we're gonna do, we're gonna come back to you, Per, now on your cigars and get your final takes on your cigars, because I know as you're getting down to that back end of the business part of course, coming down into the third.
Yeah.
How's the cigar treating you? So, Matthew, I'll go with you first on the Boulevard. How's that treating you, my bro?
It's still good. It's hitting a little bit heavy on the leather now. That spice that was there is all the way at the back of the throat now.
Okay.
But yeah, otherwise it's still holding strong. It's still got good flavor. I got no intention of putting it out until it burns my lips.
Until it burns my lips, it burns my lips.
Grumpy?
Hello. Yeah.
What about your cigar, my bro?
Oh, it's still right there, man. Earth leather and it's not leather, but it's the pepper. This pepper's not as bad as it was to start with. That's calmed down, but
okay.
And even the suggestive thoughts on the notes from the other read up didn't change nothing. I mean,
okay.
It's still one of those earthy, peppery, kind of bakey, spicing kind of things. Very nice, but I mean, sorry I didn't get nothing else in that other readout, but it's still a very nice cigar, though. It's a very nice cigar.
It's nice when you can smoke a cigar and you're getting something different to what it should be. Now, of course, as we know, with the Fugazi, of course, with what it says it is compared to the original, there's going to be differences, as we know.
Oh, yeah.
But also, when we do different cigars, like the three of us, when we smoke the same cigar, we get different note profiles of what we're getting. I can't wait to sit down tomorrow when I get back after doing everything that I need to do. I'm going to sit down in the garden and smoke the Devil's Crab by West Tampa.
Oh, there you go.
I can't wait to try that cigar tomorrow. I cannot wait. It's finally hit the UK market, and it's live and active to smoke.
Wow.
And as we know, Ricky Rodriguez makes some great cigars. As we've smoked the Circle of Life, the normal West Tampa range, a lot of the CAOs that he made. So I'm looking forward to trying this Devil's Crab because I've heard from different people in the States that have smoked it. I've heard from Ricky and watched Ricky talk about it. It's a delicious cigar. It's a great cigar. And I also saw somebody, now don't get me wrong, it's a Flying Pig. We know what it is. It's a Flying Pig cigar.
Yeah.
But brothers, that ash stayed all the way until the back end of that nub, and it stayed all together. It didn't drop. It just went in bunches after bunches after bunches after bunches. If I can get a cigar tomorrow and it smokes like that in the UK, I will be shocked. Because I haven't had a cigar where that ash is stuck onto that cigar for a long time like that. So I'm looking forward to that one tomorrow. And, of course, I don't know what else I'm picking up. Because I've got to be careful with them pennies. Daughter's already seen a new vinyl that she wants, and the new Olivia album, and that comes out in, of course, June, and it's like near enough $45, and I'm like, yep. So yeah, I've got to get that and get that pre-ordered tomorrow, because she wants, of course, not the normal one. She wants the nice pink version of it with the poster, and I'm like, seriously? I'd be happy with just the normal version. But no, she wants the super duper version. So I don't mind, of course. It's kids for you. It is. But yeah.
Yes, sir.
So but next week, everybody, of course, we're going to be live again next week. So come and check us out. We're going to be live again at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pacific. And of course, here in the UK, we're going to be live at midnight. But just a little bit of information for you. We will not be live on the 21st of April. The Cigar Loons are having a week off because it's Mr. and Mrs. Grumpy's wedding anniversary. So they're going to be celebrating that.
But, you know.
Well, still, but of course.
Yeah.
But we're off on the 21st so they can celebrate their wedding anniversary. And then we will be back. So we're back next week, like we say, and then we've got a week off. And then we'll be back again. And then, of course, as we kick into May, we've got some great shows lined up in May with some really great guests, some boutique cigar guests. A cigar guest that is a multi-billionaire and owns a cigar company. That's coming on the podcast. Which blew me over when he texted me and said, yeah, I want to be a guest. And I'm like, okie dokie. Yeah, okay. We'll do that. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But for me, as we wrap this show up tonight, stay smoky. Matthew?
I'm going to give the advice again, and someday somebody will listen.
But not today.
If you do not start any, there won't be any. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
I love you. Our father loves you too. But if he's not driving the bus in 2026, you better switch seats. We're getting ready to go through some potholes. You ain't going to want to be driving. See you later.
And of course, you can catch up on the show on Instagram. You can catch up on it on rumble.com. You can catch up on it on YouTube and also on Spotify. Please Please like, please subscribe, and we shall see you next week. Thank you for watching, and have a great evening. Bye-bye.
In a world of smoking stories where the good times flow, there's a podcast rolling, putting on a show. The three amigos gathered, mic in hand, you see. The Cigar Loons are calling, wild and fancy free. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. From humble beginnings, just a thought, the spark. Now they're lighting up the airwaves, leaving their mark. They talk of life and laughter, and the cigars they hold dear, dispelling all the worries, banishing all fear. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. Through debates and discussions, they always find a way to make you feel at home at the close of every day, with tales from their adventures and insights sharp and keen. The Cigar Loons are truly quite the listening scene. Oh, guys with his laugh, a booming joyful sound. Grumpy with his wisdom, feet firmly on the ground. And Matthew, ever thoughtful, with a quip and a glee. The Cigar Loons are living out the podcast dream. So light up your stogie, settle in and hear. The Cigar Loons are talking, bringing joy to your ear. Guys Grumpy and Matthew, a perfect smoky blend. Tune into the Loons until the very end.